But here's the thing. When you put the prospect first, you make more bottom line in numbers. Hi, everybody. Neil Winteregg with Matterhorn Business Development here. I want to talk a little bit today about the subject of selling and what selling is and what type of sales training is right for you and what you may or may not know about selling. I just kind of want to do a quick overview here because I get asked a lot about what's different between Matterhorn when I go out to events and networking and talk to people. It's like, well, there's a lot of people who do sales training. What's different about yours? Or now, of course, I think that we're the best. If I didn't think that we were the best, I would be a very poor sales trainer. So I have to know that we're the best. But there are plenty of other options that are out there. And I just want to tell you kind of what my problem is with probably the big training companies that are in your area. Okay. There's a lot of famous books that have been written, you know, Dale Carnegie, things like that. And here's my problem with all those. First off, I can't even read the first chapter of Dale Carnegie. Why is that? Well, the problem with most sales training, Dale Carnegie, whatever it might be, nobody says to put the prospect first. Nobody says to help the person in front of you. And that's what sales actually is. It's helping the person in front of you. Everybody says make them like you, do what you can so that they agree with you and nod along when they nod along and, you know, match the person so that, you know, there's all sorts of stuff about that. But here's the thing. You have got to learn how to help the person in front of you first and foremost, and you have to learn how to talk to the person that's in front of you. Stop talking about yourself, stop talking about your damn product, and start talking about the person and what they need. And here's the other thing. If you can't provide what they need, then help them get what they need. Refer them to somebody who can get them what they need. That's all that selling is. And the reason I hate so much of the other sales training that's out there, and full disclosure, I really don't even watch a lot of it on YouTube because I want to be fresh. I want to be myself. I don't want to be clouded by other people's opinions or judgments or, you know, oh, this guy has 100,000 views on the sales video. How do I do that? You know, I'm not about that. I'm about keeping my integrity on what I believe is right. And I just feel like so much of the other sales stuff that's out there is more about you as a salesperson or you as a business owner and the prospect second. And it's more about bottom line and numbers. But here's the thing. When you put the prospect first, you make more bottom line and numbers. When you put them second or third or whatever it is, then you actually are creating a situation where you're going to get rid of repeat customers. People aren't going to buy from you. This is why the auto industry has been destroyed over the years. It has nothing to do with importing and exporting and tariffs and this and that. You know, buying a car, even when you know what car you want, takes hours. I just had to go through this a month ago with buying my wife a new car. It took hours, even after we knew what car we wanted and how much it was going to cost. And it's just ridiculous, all the hoops that you have to jump through. But a lot of those hoops are there not for you, the person buying the car. It's for the salesman or the dealership or whatever it is. But a lot of the sales training that's out there is just about you, the person, and not about the prospect and helping them. So if you're doing sales training and you're getting results with it, that's excellent. But what I would look for is a sales training that puts the prospect first and helping them, truly wanting to help them rather than yourself. Because if you can help people, you'll make money. But when you start just talking about your own bottom line and not about the person at the other end, you get a problem. One of the reasons that I'm talking about this was that I kind of went through a situation yesterday with a family member in the field of medical and medicine and things like that. And we're at a doctor's office that has a treatment that is going to probably save their lives. But all of the insurances and this is and that's, you know, nobody can agree on diagnosis. Nobody can agree on this. Nobody can agree on that. They're not willing to pay for it. They don't cover it, this, that. And basically what ends up happening is that the person who is supposed to be protected and covered is left out in the cold because insurance is not there for their benefit. It's there for the benefit of the insurance companies. And it's really frustrating when you think of that from a medical perspective. But that's really a lot about what gets taught in just the sales world, period. It's not about the person in front of you. It's about yourself. And I kind of made that connection yesterday after we had this appointment. And here I am with a family member who is sitting there saying, this is a 45-minute procedure that could save my life, and nobody's willing to do it, right? Like, it's ridiculous. And the person who suffers the most is the patient. And that's really almost how a lot of sales training is done, where it's like, don't worry about them, worry about what you can get from them. Worry about how much they can pay. What's the most amount that you can get from them? What can you sell them? Don't let them go down the street. Oh, just stupid BS. And it just sort of kind of made me think about that from a sales perspective, is it's about what's doing right for the person in front of you. And in fact, this clinic that we went to is going to do right. And they said, you know what, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, and we're going to make this happen. And they also don't agree with the insurance motto, which is why I like this place. So you got to put the person first. If you're talking with somebody and they can't be of service to you, make them go somewhere where they can. Help them find something that is going to help them, because they will come back to you in the future, or they'll say, you know what? Nobody else took this good care of me. Forget about that other thing. What can I get from you? They'd actually become more interested in what you have to offer, and they're going to send more people your way, and they're going to help you out in the future. But you got to take time to sit down and talk with them. And I think that talking to somebody about their needs and their situation first, before talking about yourself or whatever it might be, is the most important thing. And I think that if department stores, if car dealerships, if people like that did that, they would actually sell more. But we get so fixated on holding on to this one prospect and not losing this one prospect that we completely forget that we're surrounded by a forest and we're stuck on this one tree and salvaging this one tree. And yet you've got millions of prospects that are out there for your service. So don't get stuck on one. Help them, and they'll help you out. So that's just a little bit of an overview of what I think about sales. And if you found a sales training that works for you, great. Okay. But like I said, I think that if you are studying a sales training system that does not have you helping the person in front of you, you're going down the wrong path, and I would look somewhere else. So if you are interested in learning more about sales, go ahead, go to our website and take a sales test that we have. Our website is matterhorn.training. If you go to matterhorn.training, you can take a test that tells how good you are at communicating with your people. And I'll look at your answers and I'll let you know what I think, and we'll see where you stand. And I'd love to help you do better. I'd love to help you sell people better and help them. And I hope that this video helps you out. If so, give me a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, and I'll see you next time.